Hello, my name is Zhen Xue, and I will be providing a presentation on business communication and culture. This presentation will explore the outlook of business communication and culture, what makes it effective, and how its effectiveness affects business operations. The presentation will also explore the use of technology to improve business communication and culture in the workplace, in the work environment. Relevant recommendations and conclusions will be made at the end of the presentation. In the first part of the presentation, I'm going to provide an overview of business communication and culture. In the fast-paced business environment that many companies operate in, companies need to effectively communicate their culture to everyone in the organizations. This is easier said than done. Companies need to leverage good communication practices to shape organizational culture and the direction a given company want to take. As communication media continues to evolve, so does organizational communication, which has become increasingly dependent in interpersonal relationships. According to Harris 2018, diverse work environments shape organizational culture and the way communication is used in the work environment. With the close relationship between business communication and culture in mind, it is important to understand the characteristics that make business communication and culture effective. These characteristics involve clarity. Clear communication is easier to understand and may affect how effectively employees understand what the company is trying to communicate. To understand organizational culture, employees need to be guided through the use of clear communication. The company also needs to have a clear vision and mission that is easier to understand and implement. Courtesy. This is an important aspect of business communication and culture, where employees need to be courteous in the business settings to foster teamwork and achieve growth and success. Consideration. Workplace communication and culture requires empathy and consideration of how what you say may affect the other. This includes understanding other cultures to understand how to communicate in the intercultural setup. The effectiveness of business communication and culture can have an impact on business success. This is asserted by Harris, who wrote that proper communication of business culture can help to improve employee satisfaction and create an enabling work environment. Harris also concluded that there is a positive correlationship between organizational culture and job satisfaction. By promoting and communicating organizational culture, a company not only creates a recipe for success, but also creates a healthy business environment with contented employees. Having highlighted the characteristics that make business communication and culture effective, it is important to understand how technology can foster business communication. Widespread access to the World Wide Web has enabled companies to facilitate international exchanges. This is highlighted by St. Amand and Sapienza, who highlighted that the Internet age has boosted the expansion of business overseas. Technology can improve business communication by enhancing collaboration within the work environment. This can involve remote collaboration or the use of tools to track project progress. Technology can also be used to enhance feedback so that the flow of communication is not one-sided in the organization. Technology provides various communication channels which all play a part in communicating the organization. In the business environment, employees are often tasked with the role of making presentation. Montner, Renner, and Rose assert that presentations have a dominant role in corporate communication. Presentations vary from form and genre, and can be formal or informal in nature. In the work environment, there are various situations where an employee might have to make a presentation. This may include a bid presentation, sales presentation, strategy presentation, or an internal presentation. Internal presentations may involve a situation where an employee has to pitch strategies to their team. Presentation skills may also come in handy in a keynote address or progress update. In conclusion, this presentation recommends that companies need to have candid conversation and dialogue with employees to foster communication and culture. Second, technology is an invaluable tool in the bid to improve the effectiveness of business communication. However, the adoption of technology is not risk-averse, and there needs to be an IT risk management plan in place. A clear and considerate approach to communication may eliminate communication barriers that exist. Last but not the least, guidance and mentorship can be leveraged to communicate culture in an organization. That's all. Thank you for your time and listening to my presentation.